Live from Peabody Place in downtown Memphis.
And welcome back, everybody. You're watching News Channel 3 Live at 9. Women have a new home on the web. Memphi and Terri Murphy has just launched the Women's Wisdom Network. Be sure to remember that.
Chock full of wisdom. Women share their advice, their experiences, suggestions, guidance to help other ladies grow personally and professionally. They've got it all. If you've ever said, if I only knew then what I know now, then this site is for you, Terri.
Absolutely right.
Where have you been all our lives?
Well, that was my whole theory. I mean, I thought, why do I have to learn it after the fact? And I thought, what about all these incredible women that have already been there and done that? And what could we learn from them? And since I've already produced 5 online learning networks, I thought, why not do one for women?
And Terri, had anything like this been done before on the web, as far as you know? Is this totally kind of unique?
It is, as far as I know. I checked out a lot of women's websites, and most of them were too fluffy, or they were too. I don't want to say like aggressive. Yeah, they were about networking, and they were about this
or mom,
and there's nothing wrong with that. But where could you find wisdom? Where could you talk to an expert? My goal was, if I was a person sitting in Dubuque, Iowa, who had never heard of someone who was a TV host, and I wanted to be one, why couldn't I talk to Mary Beth?
I like that.
Like I have any wisdom.
Well,
we got to work on that.
Yeah, but when you think about it, there's plenty of resources on the net. But if you look at what women, that we're multitasking all the time. We don't have the time to search everywhere. I wanted them to have a no barrier place to contact an expert, get the short version, and then I've got a radio network that if you wanted the coaching part of it for a small monthly fee, you could have contact with some of the top people in the country.
So all this under one roof, so
Women's Wisdom Network.
That's the beauty of it, because you do cover everything from personal growth to, I mean, is there anything that you won't cover eventually?
You know, I hadn't thought about that. The biggest, I'm looking at the biggest challenges right now. 83% of any of the wealth in this country is inherited by women. 49% of all businesses started, our businesses in this country are run by women. 420 new businesses every day started by women, and it's not feminist. I don't want to go there.
Right.
I just wanted it to be good, professional, personal expertise by someone who'd been there, and I've been able to tap into the resources of, you know, our network, which is my husband's and mine.
Right, the U.S. Learning Network.
Which is the U.S. Learning Network. And I thought, let's put it together in one place.
So Terri, exactly how will this work? Will I email you a question, or if there's a subject area that, if I'm a lady and I want to get involved in, how do I respond to you? What do we say?
I want you to know that it's not just women. I looked for experts. I wanted experts to deliver the content. And so if you happen to be male, good. I just wanted the network to have a real high-end intellectual capital. But if all you have to do is go there, right now it's free. I mean, the whole Women's Wisdom Network is free because I'm getting sponsorships to help me. And if you have a question, there's an Ask an Expert button on almost every page. I am putting in a full network behind it so that we can deliver to you what you want, when you want it, without giving you all the superfluous stuff. So if you tell me you're interested only in nutrition, today we're doing a radio show on health and nutrition, that's all you're going to get.
That sounds easy and simple enough. It really is.
What do you think in the year 2008 women are most hungry for?
I think that women need validation that not everybody's life is perfect. I mean, I know that Angelina just had twins, but what about the woman who's sitting there somewhere in Iowa that's just had twins?
Right.
I think that we're looking for a connection. I think that the internet is a wonderful tool. I think email is a wonderful tool, but I think it separates us. And I think women just need to know there's somebody else that has the same issue out there that they do, dealing with aging, dealing with, you know, balancing your time, dealing with how do I deal with retirement. We've got a whole section on women in transition. Think about the transitions we have. You have a baby, there's a transition. You get married, you have transition. If your spouse splits, you get divorced. Aging, parents move in. How about
and that's affecting a lot of people there.
Exactly. How about he retires, so you love him for life, but not for lunch? I mean, how do we handle that? So I want the experts to tell me. I've got an expert on marriage, and some of the top authors in the country are on the site.
Was it pretty easy coming up with the subject matters, or did you just say, there's just a lot to tackle out here. We'll just kind of place it on the table.
Well, I had to go into categories because being the full court press neurotic overachiever that I am, I wanted everything. But I find that we have categories, and I'm so blessed to know some of the greatest people in the world. And I'm thinking, if you knew, if there was a contrast for you, if you knew that this wasn't what you wanted, but maybe if you could find this and it was there, think about how we can change the lives of people beyond our knowing to have them live their best life.
So this strikes me as kind of like, you know, in the old days we used to go out and hang our laundry, and the neighbor next door who maybe was 40 years older than us would give us the wisdom. Now we can get that wisdom from people like Marguerite Piazza.
Well, who does one of my most fun segments on this whole website is If I Only Knew Then What I Know Now. We have a whole words of wisdom, and from 0 to 55 seconds you get this little quip from someone, and Marguerite, of course, has given us some humdingers. But the idea is that at 30, maybe you can't relate to somebody 80, but you could to 40, and 40 to 50. And
right.
if I've been down the road, and if I'd only known, I would have done something differently, and that's what I wanted to provide. So then I had to get over the fact that it wasn't about me. I just wanted to be the producer. I wanted everybody else to be the voices.
Right.
And so it's not about shooting on you. It's more about, this is what happened to me, and this is how I handled it.
Give you some ideas.
A great place for women to be safe and comfortable, and to be able to get information and then help them maybe go to the next level.
That's a great way to put it.
Excellent. And the website is right there on your screen, womenswisdomnetwork.com. How easy is that?
All right, Terri, thank you. As always, glad to have you back here.
Oh, molto piacere. Pleasure is mine.
Okay. Love this one.
She even speaks Italian.
I know.
I love it.
I know.